Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're back with another animated pilot here on YouTube. This one is called Dungeon Flippers Pilot. The Ace of Wands by Dungeon Flippers. So, Adrian, I
It's the
forgot.
guys who
I don't
made
think
the
I asked you
pilot.
before this, but what were you saying? We always do this. It's so funny.
It's the guys who made the pilot, guys. The Dungeon Flippers pilot. Can you guys believe it?
Yeah, the Dungeon Flippers Pilot is from the Dungeon Flippers. Wow.
but
But yeah.
anyways, you were saying, George?
Well, I was just gonna say, I don't think you know nothing about this either, right? Because I'm completely blind to
Nope.
this. I just got recommended by this, and I saw how well it was doing. I was like, dang. I wonder what this is all about. So I was like, let's check it out.
Well, it has wands, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like magical and fantasy, maybe.
Yeah, based on the thing, I actually don't know what the thumbnail looks like. I didn't get a chance to look at it before this, but yeah, but just based on um the title, Ace of Wands, yeah, it's probably gonna be something magic related. Oh, actually, right here it says right here. Dungeon Flippers, a fantasy real estate show. Okay. In this pilot episode, I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Maulie,
Maulie?
yeah, Maulie,
Maulie?
and
In
Cleveland must
Cleveland?
find a new home for their
Oh,
wicked wizard, the Ace of Wands. Okay. Will they complete the quest
my name
or
is Cleveland Brown.
exactly? That's like the first thing my head goes to. Or this house, or this house hunt spell doom for the dungeon flippers. Ah, okay. Dungeon flippers literally means like when yeah, okay. So I was all like, all right, well that makes this makes completely sense. It's a fantasy real estate show. That's awesome. That's hilarious. Because you know what flipping a house is, right? When a
I do
person
not
flips a
actually.
house. If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, it's like when a person buys a house and then renovates it and then sells it back.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And so that's what
And they're
flipping it
dungeon
basically means.
flippers.
So like you take a house that you own or something like that, and then you fix it up and then you sell it for a higher price. Or you try to sell it for a higher price since you know, you fixed it up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I don't want to look like an idiot, so I'm gonna search it up real quick. um
Commercial break.
Flipping a house is a real estate strategy that involves buying homes, renovating them, and selling them for a profit in a short period of time. Okay, so yeah, basically what I said. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Also, did you just quick side note? Did you see or did you hear? I should say the big ass thunderstorm we had. That was crazy.
Yeah, yesterday
Yeah,
my Wi-Fi went out for like 10 minutes.
I know. I realized that my Wi-Fi went out too, and I was connected to like some random Wi-Fi right now. And I was like, "Wait, is that why?" And I was like, "Yep, that's why." But yeah,
Makes
that
sense,
was
makes
like
sense.
a crazy ass storm. But yeah. Anyways, I read what the flipping means, and it's basically what I said. Like you buy a house, you renovate it, and then you try to sell it for bigger profit. So so yeah.
Makes sense, makes sense.
So yeah. So there you go. That's the
Alright.
premise of the show. That's very interesting. I wonder how this is gonna play out, especially in the long term. Because I assume this is gonna be like a full fledged series at some point. So yeah. But I guess with that being said, unless you have something else to say, we could just get started here.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Dungeon Flippers pilot, the Ace of Wands. All right, let's see what's all about.
So 16 minutes, pretty good for a pilot.
Yeah, this is a tale from the land of Splendor, where there's magic and monsters and more. Wind whistling and thunder crackling. That was us. That was our
The
POV
more
yesterday in the night.
yeah, the more intrigues me.
Should I keep the subtitles? Yeah, I'll just keep them there. Where
Yeah, keep the
beasts
subtitles.
live
Oh,
in
wait,
dark
wait,
and
wait, one
dreary
question though. Why
dungeons.
are they so goddamn big? Or is that the video?
I think that's just the video. I don't know. I mean, look. I think that's just. Whoa! Why is the font size 200? There you go.
God damn,
What
George.
the hell?
You
I
getting
didn't
too
do
old
that.
you can't read no more?
I did. I didn't even know that was an
That might have been like
option.
the video actually. That might have been like the video actually.
Yeah, because I don't mess around with. I either turn them on or turn them off. That's about it.
All right, let's continue anyways. Where
Anyways.
beasts live, where beasts live in dark, dreary dungeons, and there's danger behind every door. Ooh, the
Oh,
door
look, there's a
opened.
door now. It's wizard time.
Time, fireball.
I fucking love that clip.
Okay,
Alrighty
what are
then.
we summoning?
Why does that look like
Oh, good.
Star's
Wait,
wand?
yeah, like that
You're
looked like I was about to say that looked like Star's wand.
Yeah,
Like
right.
what?
By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, this character from Disney. It's called from Star versus the Forces Evil. That looks kind of like her wand. I'll put a picture there. Well, I'll tell his sister to put a picture
Yeah.
there. But yeah, it looks like that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's a reference or not. Oh, these kind of look like the ones that Cosmo and Wanda used to have too, where it was just like a little stick and a yellow star. I don't know if you remember
True,
that,
true,
but
true. Also,
that
Ace
could
of
also be
Wands,
a
because you
strip.
know he has a bunch of wands. So
Yeah. So okay, that looks cool.
At last,
It looks like an
after
ender pearl.
years of perfecting my art, I have manifested the perfect wand. Now all those who cross my path will suffer my insidious wrath. Tremble, worms! The Ace of Wands shall smite ye!
What? It's
who builds a tower like that?
right. Or he's been trying for so long that the civilization that was there is just long gone.
She's gone.
Maybe it's time I moved.
Oh, never mind.
What was
There
the
you
name
go.
of that real estate company?
Oh, because of
I
the
heard about a century ago.
dungeon flippers. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. That's funny.
Let's see here. Not this.
He's like, no, wait.
The dungeon flippers.
Alrighty then. This looks cool so far, just
We're
like the
so
art style.
pleased that you're selling your
animation.
dungeon through our services, Mr. Latinus.
True.
I love
Oh,
what
look at
you've
that
done with
slime
the
dude.
place. It just screams. It screams. It just screams.
What?
And what do we have behind this enchanting door? Beasts alive! It's full of dead bodies. Yeah. Not a problem. I know a great necromancer. So instead of having a bunch of corpses to clean up, we'll have a bunch of corpses to clean up.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Hey Molly, gotta wrap things up here. Just got a new assignment. Did you notice the sentient founding stone in the
It's
basement?
like they
of
don't
Bowers
fear the
Dreams?
traps.
Oh,
Right?
so that's what that was.
Yeah, it won't be cheap to get that removed.
Maybe
Right.
instead we find a buyer who
Right to the main
doesn't sleep and
character.
has no dreams.
Better sign me up then.
Cleveland.
Kidding. Speaking of dreams, how's the reconstruction going?
That's
in
how you
the
open that.
dungeon? Last time I was
crack
there,
his
it
neck.
looked grounded.
It's going fine. I just need a lot more money and supplies and a reno team and
A miracle?
I'm shooting for 3 miracles, if you know where to find some.
Keep my eyes out. Who knows? Maybe our next client will be a miracle worker. Apparently they're in such a hurry for a new home, they're meeting us here.
That's great. Who are they? Ooh,
He's the ace of
He comes with his own theme.
He's graced you with his presence. He's the ace of
Let him flow.
so bow your heads in acquiescence. He's traveled here from far away. He's looking for a place to stay. He's the ace of wands, oh
What an entrance.
Greetings! We're the Dungeon Flippers, and our quest is to find the perfect home for all the creatures of splendor. My name is Cleveland.
and I'm Molly. Ooh, we're gonna find you such a good dungeon today. I can feel it.
Oh, it's
What kind
Molly.
of a
Okay,
place
that's how
are
you
you
say it.
looking for?
Yeah.
For 300 years I have been a hermit, seeking the powers of the great arcane. Find me a dwelling that I may
Write that
fail
down,
the
write that
race
down.
of
Right.
man with magic.
Sounds like you're looking for something a little closer to the action.
More community.
More romance.
More modern.
Yes, those things, while still fitting my crazed, lonely wizard lifestyle.
And what's your budget?
Miracle.
All this will be yours.
Wow.
So long as you find the perfect place.
Dispel your worries, Ace of Wands. It's time for you to lay down your pointy hat and let us do our magic.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
I see the vision. I see the vision.
Check out this recently renovated troll townhouse.
Just got on the market. The kingdom nearby did a big troll hunt.
Wow.
It's close to a town, so you can torment villagers to your heart's content.
Not to mention, you're right on the scenic
Right?
Axtorm
That dude's a
River.
frog from now on.
Ooh,
Till the end of time.
Cleveland may have
Forever.
to show him the coolest feature.
No hesitation too. Just immediately on site.
Why are we waiting on
On
here?
site.
Surprise! There's a secret trapdoor to give an imposing entrance to any passerby.
So, what do you think?
Under a bridge? Doesn't that sound a little beneath me?
I mean, that's the idea.
I just don't see myself in it. What else do you have?
But you haven't even looked inside
Next.
yet.
It'd be like this though.
It's pretty
Next.
typical. Okay.
Haunted
Pretty
halls
evilly.
of the
Right.
Witch King.
That position's open, by the way. No living resident since the Witch War.
Which war?
Yeah, that one.
Its price is low.
I like how there's just a bunch of
elevation
lore
is
that's
high.
happening, but it gets brushed aside.
Looms over the nearby
Like
town.
apparently there
There's
was
a
a
bunch of
war.
wars.
There was a
Driving its
there was like a
people
battle earlier too.
insane. I don't know. I think it's charming.
And if you can hear it, this place has spirits. By which I mean there's enough souls in these walls to do a fair amount of dark arts.
It looks like a fine place for this guy, but I'm not waging a war. I just want to see chaos and death on humanity. What else have you got?
What if we did some redecorating? Like some porches to brighten up the place, and some bookshelves filled with grimoires all along the walls, and a
That's cool. Look,
big
it's like
fancy
pencil
chair
pen.
to sit in after a long day
Like graph
of
paper.
Yeah.
wizarding.
Wizardry.
Yes, the next place you show me will be much better, I'm sure.
You do remember I'm the only person who can see the magic you do, right?
Oh,
know.
interesting.
I just figured if anyone else could see it, it would be this guy.
Did you? This guy?
So, what's next?
Okay.
Just like architecture magic. It's cool. The pointy.
It's very interesting that certain people only can see her magic too. I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah.
Wow. That looks like a
Okay,
good,
well-
nice place too, to be honest.
Well, now you gotta pay for that escape. Thank you. Cloud Town. You got sucked in.
We're gonna see Rapunzel up there? What the hell? Nope.
Wizard battle.
Right.
Oh, never mind.
Oh. Not much of a battle there. Wow, so he just poofed that guy away for nothing.
Cleveland, what is
Nothing.
with this
Damn,
guy?
and
He's
his
got
hat.
no imagination.
The disrespect.
Yeah, and for an enchanter, you'd think he'd be more enchanting.
We're showing him the best stuff on the market, and he's not even trying to see the potential. I'm losing my cool. I'm a manticore who does very well at not turning to violence, Cleveland, but I am getting very close.
Don't worry, Molly. There's still one place we haven't tried yet.
You don't mean.
I do.
Another portal.
Another portal.
We had to pull a few
You need
strings
a
to get
secret
access to
passcode to
this
get in there.
neighborhood, but I think you'll be impressed.
The neighborhood. Okay.
This neighborhood, alright. Yeah, it's definitely going through a different dimension. Ooh. That was cool.
The
Those,
void.
yeah, that was cool.
A place
The void.
between realms. The darkness that binds all things. Place of gnosis.
And if you want to talk square footage, I mean, it's kind of infinite. And a skilled mage like you can use it to portal anywhere you'd like to terrorize.
Huh. Okay.
Did they just like get rid of him? Imagine.
Right?
Impressive.
It was a
But
trap.
how does one live here? How does one fill the void?
With anything you want.
Damn,
It
that's
holds
OP.
the potential for anything and has the
That's
room to
amazing.
house
What? Whoops, I didn't mean to pause.
everything. If only the real world were like this, I'd have my house all finished. Whoops. I got a little distracted there.
It's the spark of pure creation. Just make what you like. It'll show up.
I'm assuming it only exists. within
Right?
this
Like, there's
realm.
no way you could, like...
There's
it'd
no
be
way
an
you can
infinite
take all that
money
money
glitch.
out.
This
Yeah.
is it. This is it.
Otherwise, it wouldn't have money problems in the first place.
Yeah. I'm surprised this hasn't sold yet. Like, what the fuck? I'd buy it instantly.
I
no.
Does he have no imagination?
I don't know.
You're uncreative.
Yeah, uncreative? I don't know.
What?
Damn.
How do you not know?
Ollie.
How do you not know what you want?
Hey, I've been in the same place for 300 years, all right? I haven't thought about it.
You have the means for anything you want, anything, and not just in here, even outside of this place. You can make miracles happen with a wave of your wand. Do you know how great of a thing that is? How much
Oh, kid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said any of that.
No, you're right. I have all the power a wizard could need, but without the spark of inspiration, no magician, I'm nothing.
Oh, no.
I don't deserve to be here.
Well, that can't be good.
What?
What?
Dragon's
They just
breath,
go like-
Molly. You just made our client loose themselves to the abyss.
It's okay. I will just will him back into existence.
No.
Yeah, that's
no.
not...
You're just making an illusion.
Yeah.
You can't make real things here.
Okay, well,
Then
there you go.
What do we do?
Maybe if we find another wizard, or like, maybe we could get like a god to do something nice for us. I mean, there was
Just
that
have
whole
gods on
legend
Alright, yeah,
about
standby.
we
having
just
Centaur's
have gods in
belly
this world, alright.
counterclockwise. While you're also like reciting
Rubbing a centaur's belly.
I really messed this up.
I just wanted to make the perfect dungeon for him.
I just don't see myself in it.
He's not even trying to see the potential.
It holds the potential for anything.
It looks like a fine place for this guy. Without the spark of inspiration, I'm nothing.
It's the spark of pure creation.
It holds the potential for anything and has the room to house
Oh, they're building a
everything.
castle. That's cool.
To house everything. To house everything. Oh, I know how.
It was a torch. That's funny.
How? It would take a miracle.
No miracle needed. Just doing what I'm good at, and that's being a real estate agent.
Hey, another musical number. Okay. Well, no, that was just his theme, actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if she already just creates stuff with her own magic, just imagine how amplified it would be in this abyss thingy.
Yeah, right.
Look, I think that had like measurements and stuff too. That looks sick. That looks really cool.
That does look really cool.
Pretty good. Well, that imagining you do really comes in handy in a place like this.
But will it be enough?
Let's knock on the door.
He zaps them, imagine.
Wizard.
I was getting pretty nervous there for a second. But I've never seen a happier wizard. Hey, let's go round up the team and celebrate.
Hell yeah.
You go ahead. I've got something important I need to do first.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing?
She's gonna go to the place she was talking about earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Building it brick by brick.
One brick at a time.
One
Yep.
miracle closer.
Hey. Nice. Travis
Okay.
Fowler? Sorry if I messed that up. That went by really quickly.
Casey Chadwick.
The Ace of Wands.
Ryan.
They're wanted? What? They're wanted?
Why are they wanted? By who?
Yeah, right? Alright, background artist, posing, harmony rates. Capstone backers. Dun, 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 dun. This is like the chillest outro for one of these pilots I've seen so far. Like it's nice and calm. Dun, 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 dun.
I just been distracted by the little doodle, so this.
Oh yeah, that was like a what? It was like a chalice and then something else.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Indiegogo.
dun. They had a lot of arrangements. Ooh,
Oh, they have a
merch.
plushie.
They got a hat, some posters, okay. A plushie, love to see it. Some more posters
What is
and
that?
a shirt. I accidentally hit my mic. Support us so we can make more episodes. But what were you saying, Adrian?
I was wondering what that thing was, like right next to the plushie to the left. Was that like a poster or a book?
I'm pretty sure it was a poster. Or it might be a sticker too.
It could be.
Alright, that was Dungeon Flipper's pilot, the Ace of Wands. Dude, that was sick. I don't know. I don't remember saying a lot in this pilot, but that's mostly because it
No.
was such an interesting like concept, and the way it played out was just like so like very captivating. Even though it's a relatively simple premise, I guess you could say. But again, there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I was very engaged throughout the whole thing.
I'm sorry. My mind is blanked. Oh my god. My bad,
You're
George.
good.
And I was gonna say though, I've told you this many times, George, but fantasy just isn't my thing.
Right.
It's a very bored genre for me. But like
Mhm.
the things that do fantasy for me are like when you incorporate like modernish type things in it a bit. So like just people going around selling random dungeons, like it's a fucking modern house. It's amazing. I think that's funny.
Yeah,
And I
right.
like
I
the
guess you
concept.
never in fantasy and stuff like that. You never imagine these sorts of things.
No.
You don't really imagine anything unless they like say something about it. But for the most part, you just say, "Oh yeah, there's people living there," and that's that. But you don't really like see if there's anything like similar to what we do, like flipping houses. Which of
Yeah.
course they would be. It makes sense. it's
Makes
just
sense.
it's just funny to see that concept realized. Um.
So my overall opinion, why I don't like fantasy, I love how it incorporates modernish things into the fantasy world, and that makes it a lot more interesting for me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny too because the fantasy genre. It's like there's a lot of that goes into it, and it's usually like epic grand adventures and like wars and battles between kingdoms and stuff like that to varying degrees,
Yeah,
right? But for the most part, that's mostly
yeah,
what it's all about. So the thing to like, oh yeah, like say this kingdom failed, so like it's just there abandoned. No one else is gonna grab it. No, you would probably have other people be like, well, this place is now free. No one's living here. Let's just
y-
renovate and try to sell it to someone else. Makes
yeah,
perfect sense. And you would never think that. You'd just be like, oh well, that kingdom got destroyed. All right, let's move on to the next one or something like that. But I like how they just take that and be like, well, there's this free land, so might as well sell it to someone else. And the
yeah.
fact and just how nonchalant they were about that whole thing. Like, oh yeah, there was like this war and like this kingdom, they all died. They failed. They lost the war. So yeah, so you want to buy
Yeah, you want to
it?
buy it? What was it like? There was like a troll under the bridge, but then like troll hunters came or
Yeah,
something.
troll hunters came and yeah, now they're all dead.
So dumb.
Yeah, it's just really funny to think about these things because normally in a normal fantasy like adventure or setting, you wouldn't think about those things. You'd just be like, well, they're dead now, so let's just move on.
Yeah, what happens when the people are dead? What happens to the kingdoms? They're just left behind,
Yeah,
or
their houses,
you
all
know,
their assets, their land. Yeah,
or these or do people in suits just come and sell them to other wizards and dungeons?
yeah. That's just a fun concept. It's so interesting too, and I hope they do play into this like once the full series releases, where like there could be like actual like fantasy tropes and stuff like that happening in the background, but we just brush it aside or just like barely mention it. Like, oh yeah, like we just came from like a land where like half of the crop is like died off because of like an infestation. So, anyways, the farmhouse is not like free. So if you want that, like just
So if you want
casually,
that,
yeah, it's like a bunch of people died because they were starving, they had no more crops. But like the farm is now
this
like
farm, this farm can hold five whole cows. That's five more cows than you had before.
exactly. It's just like I would love that they just played into that where it's just like serious stuff happening in the world around them, but all they're focused on is just flipping houses.
Yeah.
That's all they care about.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like these are kind of like fantasy creatures, right? I'm assuming these wars are mostly human wars. So like, whatever the humans do, we just kind of pick up the leftovers.
It's true. I guess that's true. Humans are in this world as well. We saw that commoner just get turned into a frog and just
The
get washed
frog for
away
the
in the
rest of his
river.
existence. For the rest of his existence, he's forever a frog.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I like you said, I really enjoy the fact like that they subverted the usual fantasy genre and they added something new to him, like
Yeah.
their own
Rather than
unique
just
spin on it.
rather than it just being like, oh, generic fantasy world. We go on quest. We kill
Yeah, you go
dragons.
on quest, magic. There's a bad king or something. We gotta dethrone him. Yada yada.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool. I hope it really sticks to this premise. I'm not sure how far they will stray away from it. I assume not that much, considering how like entertaining this was, and just the possibilities they could have with future episodes. I can already see like the different arcs our characters are gonna have throughout this. So it is very interesting. I thought we were gonna start with like them like not even having like a company yet, and then building that, but it looks like they already have a company. So
It's
uh,
probably not that successful though. If you know,
probably not. That's true because she did say that she needed like money and stuff to do her
yeah,
own little
money.
project.
They're probably not
So
very well known or very successful.
yeah, probably I would say probably not well known.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, they had to get their rep up, and at least we know her motivations for doing it, and being a part of the house flipping job. So that's cool. Oh, I assume later on as we get more episodes, we'll probably learn about Cleveland's motivations as well, why he's doing this.
Even if there's his own show.
So he could get a new season for his show.
Yeah. My name is Cleveland.
Cleveland Brown, exactly. Um, but yeah, no, it was a pretty good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and the music was really nice. I like his little theme,
Yeah.
the Ace of Wands theme. It was pretty nice.
Yeah. I do have one complaint though about this pilot though.
Ooh, okay.
It's very good.
Hmm.
But that part where like
I could go back to it
what
too.
was her name?
Which one?
What was her name? Maulie.
Maulie, yeah.
When she's like yelling at the wizard for not wanting, like not knowing what he wants. I feel like
Hmm.
that. I feel like it could have been a bit more intense because it kind of just feels a lot calmer than it probably should be. At
Interesting.
least in my opinion.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more intense music. Maybe more emphasis on her yelling at him.
Right.
I don't know. That was the only thing that kind of threw me off from the pilot here.
Interesting. Because what was I gonna say? Well, I'll play it, but like I'll mute it because I was gonna say this definitely felt like a very important moment, and obviously it was building up prior to that, like slowly but
Yeah.
surely, as like they were going through the different houses and stuff. So I could see why you thought maybe it was gonna be more emphasized with like grander music and like maybe more
Yeah.
emphasis on her voice. But like I guess to me that wasn't really a problem because since like before that they literally had a conversation how she didn't want to go all out. She was really trying to restrain herself.
True.
So I just viewed it as that. Like even though yeah she finally like burst it out, she still is trying to like repress that as much as she can. And the fact that she like
Yeah.
quickly started to be more sad than anything, I think that was the root cause of her outburst to begin with. Not necessarily because she was mad, but she was just like her own desires and stuff. That's what really like triggered her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's how I viewed it
You know,
with that. But I think both of our
just
our things are valid.
okay. But also another thing, just watching like the animation here.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
I
animation.
also noticed that it's probably weirder for me because it does look a lot slower. Usually like in animation when these outbursts happen, they happen like really fast with a bunch of cuts and everything,
Yeah,
right?
with like fast moving cuts and stuff.
Like can you go back to the beginning where she like comes down from the tower at the start of her rant?
Oh, hold on. Like right here.
Yeah, like right here, like usually these outbursts would be like a quick like, and then like it would skip the entire part of her flowing down, and then immediately cut to her in front of the wizard. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then she would begin her rant. So I think it's just weird for me because she actually takes because the animation takes its time for her to how do you say it, get into her outburst, which is not bad. I'm just saying it kind of threw me off a bit. That's
Okay.
probably why.
Yeah. All right. No, I see what you mean. That's that like window of time where she's like dashing towards him, like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah. No,
usually
I do.
animation wouldn't animate all that. Like they would just cut immediately to her like in front of the wizard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I guess you could take it where like she does. Well, I guess this is anything can happen in this world, right? So maybe she like because I was
Yeah,
gonna say it could be just like them showing like her strength and and stuff like that. But this is a
yeah,
place where anything can happen. So maybe it was just emphasizing the fact that she was mad. So you know she gave herself like a boost or something.
yeah,
So that could also be it. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. And that's more like something you notice rather than an actual flaw from like the show
yeah,
or something like that.
yeah.
So,
Like
but yeah,
looking back on it right now, it's not bad, but it threw me off a bit. I'll say that.
yeah, for your first time watch, exactly. And so
Yeah,
like, yeah, other people when you'll probably like, but like yeah, this is our first time literally watching this, so we just take it as like as we see it for the first time. So, um,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm trying to think if I had anything that I wanted to say. Not necessarily like something bad or just something that caught my eye. I really something that really caught my eye, at least for this pilot, is the background work. It looks really nice, like the background art and stuff like that. Like obviously everything looks really nice and really like smooth and stuff. But like for me, the stand up was like the backgrounds. I think they look really nice without being too like cluttered. If that makes sense. Like it was
can
just
I
the
say something?
amount of detail in the background that it was just really nice to see and appreciate. That time that probably went to like putting each little detail, especially when we saw like the final like hold on, let me put especially when we saw like the final like this
Oh, the
of the
castle.
castle
Yeah,
stuff. Like it's
yeah,
like this shot in particular. Like it looks really nice without looking too cluttery. And I think that's a very good feat to accomplish. Because it looks very nice
Yeah,
and pleasing to the eye, but it also doesn't feel like it's doing too much. It's like the perfect amount of stuff. But yeah, that was
it's
like
not
the
like
the
too
highlight for me.
overbearing.
Yeah, exactly. And it really points
Oh, the
the point
orb.
across for the his what his dungeon would look like and stuff like that. So that was cool. What were we gonna say?
Now I was just saying there was an orb there. We can ponder the orb
Yes, I was wondering if you
right
saw
there.
that. I was literally gonna mention that too, but then we kind of went on a different tangent. But yeah, I saw that too. I was like, damn it, I already know what Asian's gonna say.
You
You
gotta
and
ponder
Julian,
the
Asian.
orb,
You
boy.
and Julian pondering the orb, Asian. Uh, but yeah, no. Overall, this was a really chill. This is giving me like this was also like around the port by the side, by the in the sense where it was like pretty chill for the most part. But that's what I appreciated about it. That it took a concept that was like that could have been like extravagant and stuff, and like port by the sea was kind of that. But not really. Most of the like besides like the encounter they had in the beginning with the monster. Like it was really chill and more character driven. It was like a little like them trying to solve an everyday issue, I guess. And this is the same
Yeah,
thing too, where like it could be like this grand magical thing, but it's more toned down, laid back, in the sense that it's focusing on other aspects of a fantasy world that you wouldn't expect or you wouldn't really think about, and it's showing that aspect of it too. So it's really cool. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I really want to say. It was really nice. We always check out the merch for this, so I actually want to see that real quick while we wrap this up. Is it this? I think it is. Oh, also yeah,
it's at the merch page.
it is. It is. They have their own website. Nice. Like a plushie, of course. A poster. Some T-shirts. Nice, nice, nice. Those PJs? Oh my gosh, it's PJs.
Yeah, I'm
Mind your
surprised more
business
indie,
shirt.
more like
That's nice.
I'm surprised like more indie shows don't sell like PJs.
Hey man, I'd buy those in a heartbeat. They're very comfortable. Peaches for the win. Oh, I was gonna say, um, her design, especially her face, reminds me a lot of like the Alha style. If you've seen like images from that show, Adrian.
Oh yeah,
Right? Like I
yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
mention that, like her specifically, like her face and stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks very like in the Alha style. And I don't know if that's like intentional or not, but it's just something I noticed. Um, but yeah. Oh, I've got some mugs, some stickers. Nice, nice, nice. I have. Oh, see, I think I was a poster. Yeah, it's a poster. Some more mugs. Okay, okay. That's a nice little selection of things.
I like the sticker of Maulie,
Which one was it? This one?
like the Patrick reference.
Exactly. Um, but yeah. Ooh, the lore. The lore.
I love
Uh,
there's a section just for lore.
it literally just
It's
says
amazing.
lore.
More shows need to have this. Honestly, just have a website just tells you the lore.
Port by the Sea website. I don't know if you remember, but that
It
also
does
had
have
the
that.
little
It
lore.
does.
It had like the
Yeah.
character little things. I like it too. Like it doesn't spoil anything. It just gives you a more in depth of the characterizations of characters or the story they want to tell. Um, it's only like a couple of sentences. So dungeons where adventures are had. Where monsters live, but what is it
What
like
is it
to
like to
live
live
in
in
one?
one?
Exactly. And how do monsters go about making a dungeon a home? In the land of Splendor, there's a team of monsters whose quest is to aid in the buying, selling, renovation, and flipping of dungeons, keeps, and crypts. Crypts, right? Cryptids? Crypts.
Crips, yeah.
The dungeon flippers. Yeah, relatively straight forward concept. Molly is a manticore and is still new to the realm of real estate. She specialized. I was gonna say that she seemed like she was more like a newbie
Like a
than
newish.
yeah, than Cleveland.
And Cleveland
Um,
called her a kid,
yeah, I was
so
gonna mention that too. Yeah, I was like, oh, so she's like clearly younger than him, and he's had some experience before. Um, she specializes in knowing just what a dungeon needs to suit each of her clients. Molly is blessed or cursed with a home renovation visions that she can only share with Cleveland, and hopes to use her new career to rebuild her broken childhood home. Ah, okay. I don't know if they said
Okay.
that in the pilot, but I was
I
like,
might have, but we might have talked over it by accident.
yeah, because again, it was our first time, so we were just like sinking in the whole show.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is why these little character little notes are nice too. Just in case. It's interesting that they point out that Molly is blessed or cursed with this, which I can see why, because she only one other person can see what she's like thinking about. Um,
Yeah. I want to know the story behind that. Why is he the only one that can see her magic?
yeah, right. It seems to be like relationship based, and I don't mean that like in a like romantical or anything. Just like clearly platonic. Like I don't
Yeah.
know the way like they were like, oh, you think he would see it, and like the way Cleveland said that, and I was all like, okay, I feel like only certain people are allowed to see it once they're like, you get to know each other on a certain basis. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what it was based on how they were framing it. That's what it sounded like. So that's my guess, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm very interested to see explored in the future once this gets more episodes. All right, Cleveland, you want to read it, or I could read it if you want.
I think you can read it because I don't know if I'll cut off because lag is weird.
True. All right, Cleveland. Cleveland is a dragon and son of. Oh, I can't. They didn't even say this in the show.
Karen,
Karen.
Karen, these fantasy names.
Right. Okay, so that's interesting. So that's definitely got to be important to bring up. The mighty broker of dungeon flippers. He has spent his life dedicated to the family business, starting the day he was hatched. Interesting. While he was giving a little thought to his future, Cleveland takes his job of Splendor's best real estate agent one day at a time. Hmm. While he was giving little thought to his future. Interesting. So, like he said, this was just a family thing that he was, raised upon since he was a kid. So, I wonder if they're gonna touch on that, where eventually he'll be like, you know what, this doesn't seem fulfilling enough, to
Yeah.
a certain point. So, I wonder if that's gonna be a story plot in the near future. And definitely the fact that they brought up this person, um, I feel like that's definitely gonna play a role in the future. I mean, it's very interesting. And then Welcome to Splendor. Yep. Okay. World upside down. In this place, about nature, arcane mystery. This land, dazzling dungeons, caves, monsters, colors, of course, charming and fierce. Okay. But yeah, that was Dungeon Flippers. Very cool. I like the premise. I can't wait to see more of it. Cause I'm very
How long
interested to
ago?
see how
How long
long
ago
this would
was it?
even be. This is very like June 20th. That was not that long ago.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, and it's doing really well, all things considered. So that's very cool. I've learned enough from what he hates to discover what you. If only the YouTube algorithm were this good. That's funny. See, they, they,
Dungeon
they
Flippers
understand.
gets it.
Exactly. I was like, they understand. They know the page. Um, but yeah, that was a
Pain.
really good pilot. And unless you have something else to say, Adrian, I think that's a wrap.
No, I have nothing else to say.
Yeah. Again, support them in any way you can. By through their merch, or by liking, subscribing to their channel, watching the whole thing through. God, I always forget to say that in the beginning, but obviously watch it. Give them the support they need. If you can't do it financially by supporting their Patreon or getting their merch. Commenting, liking will do a lot for them in the algorithm. So share it with other people because this was really nice and definitely fresher breath air amongst the other pilots that exist out there in YouTube. So yeah, can't wait to see more. And until next time, bye.
Bye bye.